Hello everybody, Lurgs here, welcome to my channel, and today you might be asking yourself, what is the meaning of life? But more importantly, how often should you change the water in your lazy spa? It's really important to maintain the water in your lazy spa, and shortly I'll share with you some top tips about how to keep your water clean. Even with regular chemical treatment, there will come a time when you have to empty your water and replace it all. If the water's getting cloudy or it's getting smelly, or you're struggling to maintain the chemical levels, the pH levels in your lazy spa, then it could be time to replace the water. With regular chemical treatment of the same water, eventually it will become oversaturated and it will be much harder to maintain pH levels. Remember, clear water doesn't necessarily mean clean water. Depending on the number of people that use it and the amount that you use it, generally you will have to replace the water every 4 to 12 weeks. As you can see, this water's nice and clean and it's been in about 10 weeks, and you can keep yours nice and clean too by following my top tips, which is coming up right now. Well, in a minute.
How the hell did we end up in the 80s?
I don't know, it must be some kind of hot tub time machine. Right, let's get cracking. Tip 1. Ideally, before anyone gets in your lazy spa, it's a great idea to have a shower. This just washes off any deodorants, any skin creams, sun cream, fake tans, things like that, which can murk up your water and make it pretty disgusting very quickly. Tip 2 is just to lay a towel next to your lazy spa and make sure that before anyone gets in the lazy spa that they just wipe their feet, just to get rid of any bits of dirt and grit which can get onto your feet just before you climb in. Tip 3, ideally anybody with long hair, that should be tied up, because if long hair gets in the filter, that can block it up very quickly. Tip 4, if it's absolutely lashing down with rain, it's not a good idea to spend time in your lazy spa, because every droplet of rain has a bit of dirt in it. So unless you've got a gazebo type cover over the top of your lazy spa, it's not a good idea to go in it when it's raining. Tip 5, it's a good idea to get out any debris from the water if you can see it. I've just got this sieve which I keep. You can buy accessory cleaning packs, but I just use this to get out any insects, bits of leaves, any dirt that's just floating around or underneath the water. And that's a good idea just to help keep your water nice and clean. If you've got an underwater vacuum cleaner, even better, you can use that. Lazy Spa do actually make an official underwater vacuum cleaner. Tip 6, which is really important, if you've got a Chem Connect device or a floating device, make sure that the chlorine tablet is always topped up. Never let that get completely empty. And there's a link above now about how to use the Chem Connect device on this lazy spa. You can buy these test strips, which is an easy way to check the chemical levels in your lazy spa, and then you can adjust the chlorine levels using your Chem Connect device. Tip number 7, make sure you change your filter regularly. Having a clean, fresh filter will really help keep your water nice and clean. And I recommend putting in a brand new one every couple of weeks. This is what a dirty filter looks like, and this is a brand new clean one. You can wash these filters a few times to save you money, and there's a link above now about how to do that. Tip number 8, if you live in a hard water area, it's a really good idea to use this stain and scale controller liquid for your lazy spa. This prevents scale build-up from hard water, which can clog up your heating unit. It also helps remove stains and it keeps your water nice and soft. So if you live in a hard water area, I definitely recommend using this and putting in a weekly dose. And there's a link above now about how to use this. Tip 9, when you're not using your lazy spa, make sure that you always put the lid on. This stops any dirt getting in there, leaves, flies, insects, things like that. And I highly recommend as well using a thermal cover. That really helps retain the heat. And there's a link above now where I review the official lazy spa thermal cover. Tip number 10, always leave the water filtration system running. This is only very low wattage, about 50 watts, but this helps keep your water really clean because it's constantly pumping the water through the filter system. So even when you're not using it, always leave this on. And tip number 11, every 2 to 3 months you will need to empty the lazy spa and replace it with fresh water. And there's a link above now about how to do that. That is a pretty simple process. I hope that was useful. Enjoy your lazy spa. Up here is a video on how to adjust the Chem Connect strength, that's the chlorine strength in your spa. Up here is how to add additional air if it starts getting a little bit soggy. And down here is how to clean your filters and save a bit of cash. Thanks for visiting my channel, everyone. I really, really appreciate it.